So what's up, y'all? I'm playing some back paddles on my P5 controller, right? So, and I'm doing this because my Xbox Series X controller gone bad. The USB, you know what I'm saying, the USB port got loose, so it got a shortage, and also the LB button. Some strange reason like it works a certain way. Think I gotta hit it more so in the middle of the LB, but when I use it and when I hold it. And I'm playing Call of Duty, it doesn't hold. He doesn't hold. He just straight up just throw it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get a new controller. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's all wear and tear. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like this controller, this is like one of the best controllers I ever had so far. You know what I'm saying? So overall, overall, I mean, I recommend this controller? Yes, I highly recommend this controller. This controller come with everything that you want and everything you're looking for in a controller. But overall, so the one thing I dislike about this controller, like everybody kept saying, like the durability with these, you know what I'm saying? They short. These controller lifespans are short, which is correct. And you can't even overclock these either, so you will never get the shortest input lag. You know what I'm saying? You will never get that because you can't overclock these. But overall, it's still a good controller. You know what I'm saying, that's why for the last couple games I was playing, I had to play the controller wireless, and there it was still smooth. It felt like I had the controller plugged up. No, my input lag when I did the test, it was 14 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It was 14 seconds, which is ain't bad to me. I mean, I don't know the numbers for real, but overall, when I was playing it, I really didn't feel no fucking difference. So overall, it's still a good controller if you ask me. But I'm about to, put back paddles on this P5 controller. I had this P5. This is my alternative route for another controller. I didn't want to spend $250 on a stuffed controller. I didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, money kind of tight. It is what it is. But I don't even want. Yeah, money tight. Let me just say that right now. Money tight. It is what it is. But found an alternative route. But I had this in the house laying around, not being used. And I got an alternative route. I had to go to Amazon and buy one of these joints. I got it right here. Where is that? Yeah, I took everything out of the box already. So I'm just show y'all what I got in the box that came in the box and all that. The box coming like this. Show y'all what I get. So this what I got for the P5 controller as an alternative route to put back paddles on the P5 controller. Cause it's the only reason why I ain't use the controller. I can't play a normal. I can't use a normal. I can't do that. So I mean I can, but it's like when I'm trying to play on my own terms. I can't use back paddles no more. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta find a way. So I'm trying to look for like the PS5 make a P5 controller with back pedals. No, you can't find that shit. No. But that's a done deal. So there's only two options for back pedals on a P5 controller, which is the cheap route, which is this. Buy one of these. This is the cheap route. Or you go ahead and spend like 200, 250, $300 on a stock controller. And I was not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it, but not yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that yet. You know what I'm saying? But overall, this is the option I'm gonna go with. So I'm gonna just put this shit together and I'll see how I play couple minutes, you know what I'm saying? Well, I go keep on doing the camo grind and shit. But want to see how I play. Somebody watch this video. I mean, you tune in, come watch it with me. It is what it is. Watch it with me. Just go down. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to just put this shit together on my controller all that day. Oh yeah, I had TikTok right now. All right, gotta do that. Rushing this shit. Trying to hurry up. I got a lot of content I want to make, but it's like, man, I got a lot of content I want to make. Though. So this one. I'm saying once I order this, you know what I'm saying? I got like have more other stuff to do. Live. What? And also, I got a video playing in the background. There we go. They also, hey, I got a video downloading in the background, so I'm doing the live shit at one time. So let me just get started on the video. Hurry up, get this shit out of the way. Hopefully, this shit don't take me no longer than like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just to do. I hope it be just like that when I make this P5 control. Just hope it be fast. After I watch this video, everything works smooth.
Back to the channel, or if you're new, thank you for clicking. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Extreme Rates Rise 2.0 back button kit. Now, I have done videos on the back button kit in the past, but this one is a little bit of an upgraded one. There's a few things that's changed. This video I have been meaning to get up for weeks, but it's just been a real struggle to get a BDM 020, so I'm just going to call it a 20, and the older one is called a 10. So I'm just going to focus on this. If you look up here where the model number is, you can see there's a tiny little A next to it. That's one way you can't tell you've got a 20. I have got a back button kit off of one that I did take apart, and if you look at the model number, there's nothing next to it. The icons have changed around a little bit. This bin is on the left hand side and the other one, so I'll quickly show you that there. See, the bin is now on the left hand side one, but that's what that looks like anyways. I have fitted the kit to a version, because it fits on both, it goes on the 10 and the 20. It does feel a lot better, the clicks. I don't know how well the camera will pick this up, but if I press these, that's the...
Hold on, I want to also. So this was everything that came in the package. Grip, back pedals, tools, tools. So you don't gotta buy no tools. Good thing they gave me some tools. I don't have to use the tools I got right there. Ribbons, come with ribbons. Okay, you can't even see it. Ribbons come with ribbons, and also this should go. This is the chip that you're gonna need for the back pedal. And it come with everything I need. So I'm get this video. I'm trying to put the back pedal on this controller and knock this shit out.
older version, and that's the new one. I don't know if it's because these back buttons are brand new, I really don't know. As you can see here, we've got a textured grip now, so this is a lot more grippy. And if you didn't watch my video the other day, I've now got digital clicky triggers. Where's the old one? I have got digital triggers on here, but these ones don't click, but these ones do. So if you play first person shooters, anything like that, it's really good. Another thing what I will say, this new back button kit, the colour is a really good match. You can see there it's a tiny little bit different, it's a little bit darker, but it's a really good match. And this one's the white one. Now I'm going to do the same thing what I always do. I'm going to show you what you get inside the box, and then we're just going to go straight to the install. So this one is the black version, because as you've just seen there, I've got the white one, but this one is the black. And it's the same, it's got that textured grip on it. Don't know how well the light you can see under there, but this is really grippy. Same thing that you get in the other kit, but they have upgraded the back paddles because a few of them were snapping. There was a couple of different versions. This is the latest version. You can see there, kind of bends around. Actually, I might try and put a picture up on the screen now, and you can see version 1, 2 and 3, the way they've changed these. Move them to one side. Inside here, you get your screwdriver, your prying tool, you've got your little bars, what you need, and a few screws. You've got inside here, which is your board, and I have changed a couple of things on the board. One of them is your remap button light is a tiny little LED, which is this on the top there. So if I focus on that, this is the newer version, so it's less flimsy. The first one that they brought out was like really weak, and I've got a feeling that it might snap, but to be honest, you don't really need a light. Inside here, this is what everyone's wanting to see. I'll just leave that one there, and I'll come a little bit closer on this so you can see. So on here, if you are fitting it to a 10, you obviously cut this side off, so I'm going to cut them two off if I want to fit a 10, and if I'm fitting a 20, I'll cut them two off, so I'm just left with them. But when I fitted the kit to the other one, I actually just bent them round a little bit because I was fitting it on a 10, so I didn't actually cut them off, I just bent them round. So in future, if I want to use these on another one, I can. I'm going to tidy up and then we're just going to go to the install process. I'm good to go. I've got everything ready. The first thing that you want to do is grab your prying tool, and this front fascia is going to be the first thing that we'll remove. The way you do that is get your prying tool, and in the corner here you just want to put this in, press down. You don't have to be really hard, just get it on a little bit of an angle so the pointy bit is in the corner, and you can tool. And this front fascia is going to be the first thing that we'll remove. The way you do that is get your prying tool, and in the corner here you just want to put this in, press down. You don't have to be really hard, just get it on a little bit of an angle so the pointy bit is in the corner, and you can see if I come a little bit closer, this is where I'm going to be putting it, just in this little line. And then you just do that and that side comes off, and then if we go to the other one, exactly the same, just put it in the corner, just press down a little bit, you don't have to be really hard, and then just work this along the line. So there's a line that goes along here, I'm just going to put that in. I'm just going to turn back and forth a little bit, and then I'm going to come to this side and do exactly the same. And now that's off. And then all you want to do is just lift this up both sides, and then this just lifts straight over, and then put this to one side. Now the next thing you want to do is remove L1 and R1. To do that, just get your prying tool again, put it underneath the button so that is on that angle, if you can see there. Put your finger on.
Thing came on. Why does it come on? I don't want this joint on. That's cute. About what?
Then all you want to do is just lift this up both sides, and then this just lifts straight over, and then put this to one side. Now the next thing you want to do is remove L1 and R1. To do that, just get your prying tool again, put it underneath the button so that is on that angle, if you can see there. Put your finger on top of the button, just turn left and then turn right, and then that'll come straight off. Just put that over to one side. Same with R1, left, right, and then that'll come straight off as well. Put that to one side, and then you want to grab your screwdriver. You've got 4 screws that you're going to be removing. You've got 2 in the top, which is that one and that one, and on the bottom you've got that one and that one. And another thing, what I've just noticed, because I've taken that many of these pads apart, these screws are silver. The ones on the older version are black, so that's another thing I've just noticed straight away. So I'm going to remove these, and then we'll be back in a second. Now after you've removed these screws...
Damn, son, I thought you were going to remove them with me. I thought you were going to remove them chains with me, bro. I'm with you, though. Eh, no! It's always a dumbass with you. Damn. Damn. What, screw? Damn. Throat goat, what the fuck? Why your name throat goat? Screws move.
You want to grab your prying tool again, and there's 2 tiny little tabs on here. All you want to do is just put it underneath and just turn a little bit. I've actually got my thumb pressing down on here a little bit, just for a little bit leverage. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to do that one a little bit, do this one, and then just work back and forth from left to right until they come up. I can see they're both up there now, so I'm going to get the prying tool and I'm just going to put it in this line and try and prise it apart. which I have done. That is done. And then you just want to crack the control pad apart. You're not going to break anything. If it does make a big crack the first time you do it, don't worry. You see there, it made a little crack. And then this piece just lifts straight off. Put that to one side.
Oh, bro, I'm just like
and then
scared.
the battery, all you want to
Gotta be a better way, son. I like nicking me up real quick. Like Nick, got this drink over on my strength. Back it over, no on my strength. This drink probably be over. Ah! All right. Got it open. I got it open. We say about the battery though.
do is just put your finger in on this angle, lift it up, and simply disconnect it by just pulling on this tab, but be really careful when you do pull it out, and then just put that to one side. The battery tray is held in by one little screw, and I'm going to remove that. So I'll get my screwdriver, quickly remove this.
Hold up, bro. You try throwing. Gotta remove. Let it off.
Right, that screw is out. Now what you want to do on here is a tiny little ribbon. I'm just going to, if you can see,
I put you.
I'm just gently lifting that up so
Hold
that
on.
comes
You do
over.
what?
What you want to do on here is a tiny little ribbon. I'm just going to, if you can see, I'm just gently lifting that up so that comes over here, and then I'm going to remove the battery tray. Just lift that up. I'm going to actually leave the screw in, which I always do, so if you have seen me other videos, you'll know I always leave that in. Put that to one side, and this is what the kit looks like inside. This is my first chance that I've actually had a look of a 20. It looks similar, but the ribbon cables look a lot longer.
What? So you do what?
If you have seen my other videos, you'll know this by just pulling on this tab, but be really careful when you do pull it out, and then just put that to one side. The battery tray is held in by one little screw, and I'm going to remove that. So I'll get my screwdriver, quickly remove this. Right, that screw is out. Now what you want to do on here is a tiny little ribbon. I'm just going to, if you can see, I'm just gently lifting that up so that comes over here, and then I'm going to remove the battery tray. Just lift that up. I'm going to actually leave the screw in, which I always do, so if you have seen me other videos, you'll know I always leave that in.
What the I fucked up? Oh nah. His drink, look, his drink facing.
Put that to one side, and this is what the kit looks like inside. This is my first chance that I've actually had a look of a 20. It looks similar, but the ribbon cables look a lot longer. See how long they are? They're really long, them ones. So anyways, what I'm going to do is remove this top ribbon cable, I'm going to remove this little one down here on the bottom. I'm going to remove the one on the right and the one on the left, but I'm also going to be removing the sides. These connect to obviously the board to your triggers. So I've got my tweezers for the top one because I might not be in it. I'm going to try it, see if we can get it out. I'm just going from side to side. There you go, that one's came out quite easy. Just going to bend that over a little bit so it doesn't get caught. And then the one on the bottom down here.
I ain't say we need tweezer, bro. Good thing I got a girlfriend. God dang. I shouldn't be touching the motherboard. I didn't decharge myself.
Tweezers again, lift that up, right, that one's removed. And then these ones on the side, you normally can get these out with your fingers, but I'm just going to try with the tweezers anyways. You know what, I don't think they've actually got a thing to... Huh, they're a little bit weird them. I think I'm just going to have to pull them out like that. Yeah, that's strange that. It hasn't got a little tab thing to pull it up. The inside one has. See there, the blue tab. So anyways, remove that. Put this to one side. That one's my left one. And then all I'm doing is pulling this. This one's got a tab, so I've just pulled that tab up, and then this one. Be careful with these because you might want to use them in the future. So that one's my left one. That one's my right one. Now all you want to do is the right hand side of the board here, there's a tiny little tab, and on the left hand side there's a tab. All that's doing is just holding this board in place. Nothing else is holding that. This side has came up. See there, that came up when I pressed the analog trigger, a button I should say. Just press that left hand side one, and then press the right hand side one, and then that'll lift your board up. That's how you remove that. But first, I'm going to find these ones, and I'm going to get the right side, and I'm going to put these in. The first thing I'm going to actually do is put this in. I'm not going to bother with them until I've put this in. So what you want to do is grab your board, grab your little prying tool. You've got the two little tabs on the right and the left hand side. Just press them in. Lift the board forward, and then inside here you've got a little ribbon cable, and you've got two little nipples on there. What you want to do is line this up to them. I'm going to put this bit just behind it so it doesn't get caught or anything. All you're going to do is line them up and just press them in place, and they should, is that one over? Yeah, that one's over, and it should it's come up, don't believe it. There you go, it should look like that. So that's what they do look like when you've got them on. And then you just want to put the board back down. When you do put it back down, be careful because there's this little ribbon cable on the bottom. Now the way I'm going to get that one out is I'm just going to grab my screwdriver. I'm going to put it underneath, and I'm going to lift it over. There we go, that one's lifted over. And just press the board back down, snap that into place. This one at the bottom might have taken that one out, so that's what this does look like if it does come out, and then that just pushes back in place. Now first off, I'm going to put that bottom ribbon cable. You can use tweezers or you can use your fingers. I've just used my fingers and pressed it back into place. Now for the top one.
You say what, bro?
Now first off, I'm going to put that bottom ribbon. The way I'm going to get that one out is I'm just going to grab my screwdriver. I'm going to put it underneath, and I'm going to lift it over. There we go, that one's lifted over. And just press the board back down, snap that into place. This one at the bottom might have taken that one out. So that's what this does look like if it does come out, and then that just pushes back in place. Now first off, I'm going to put that bottom ribbon cable. You can use tweezers or you can use your fingers. I've just used my fingers and pressed it back into place. Now for the top one. If I can grab it, I can't even bloody grab it. I think they've shortened this cable on the newer version, on the 20. So push that, and then there's a tiny little line on there what lines up. And now what you want to do is either grab the right hand side or the left hand side one. I actually wasn't going to do this, but for the purpose of the video I am, because I don't want anyone getting confused or anything. So I'm fitting this on a 20. So this little bit I'm going to cut off here because this one's a 10.
Slow down, bro. What else you do?
The newer version on the 20. So push that, and then there's a tiny little line on there what lines up. And now what you want to do is either grab the right hand side or the left hand side one. I actually wasn't going to do this, but for the purpose of the video I am, because I don't want anyone getting confused or anything. So I'm fitting this on a 20.
Alright. I gotta pop you back open. DM20. 20. Yeah.
So this little bit I'm going to cut off here because this one's a 10. And then that one is a 10 as well. Come on, these scissors really aren't very good. Is that cut? Yeah. So that's what we're left with.
Still need some scissors, man. This is it. See right here. Wish me luck. If it don't work, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, here you go. I gotta cut off all the 10. Funny.
It should look like this. I've cut them 2 bits off, so you should have BDM 20, BDM 20. So all I'm going to do is bend this over like so, and I'm going to bend this one over like so. So it should look like that. That's what you should have. And then I'm going to fit this one, so that one there, I'm going to push in this corner. Make sure that's gone in. You can actually see it's gone down. Mine's flush. And I'm just going to bend this over a little bit. And we're going to put it into that one. We're going to line it up. Yeah, we've got up with it. Make sure that's gone in. You can actually see it's gone down. Mine's flush. And I'm just going to bend this over a little bit. And we're going to put it into that one. We're going to line it up. Yeah, we got up, we did have it. And there we go, that pushes down, so that side's done. And then this one, you've got BDM 10 and BDM 20. So I'm going to cut the 10. Make sure that's gone in. You can actually see it's gone down. Mine's flush. And I'm just going to bend this over a little bit. And we're going to put it into that one. We're going to line it up.
Hold up, bro. Slow down, bro. Slow down, bro.
So it should look like that. That's what you should have. And then I'm going to fit this one. So that one there, I'm going to push in this corner. Make sure that's gone in. You can actually see it's gone down. Mine's flush. And I'm just going to bend this over a little bit. And we're going to put it into that one. We're going to line it up. Yeah, we got up, we did have it. And there we go, that pushes down, so that side's done. And then this one, you've got BDM 10 and BDM 20. So I'm going to cut the 10 one off. Be careful when you're cutting. Did that not cut all the way through? Joking. Oh, I did. And then this one, you're going to put inside here. So that one, the black piece, is going to go in that corner. If I can line it up. There we go. That one's pushed in. Just double check. And then the other one is going to go in this side. So I'm just going to bend that over. Might be better doing this from this angle. And then just push that. No, that's not lined up. I can see that's not lined up. If it doesn't look lined up, just take it out. Don't push it down. Just make sure you get it right. There, that's right. Second time. Second time's a charm. And then that's what it should look like. So you've got these two in that side and them two in that side. And then I'm just going to lift this up a little bit so the battery tray doesn't get caught. And then hopefully you've still got your screw in your battery tray, which I have. But it came out. Just going to put that in there. Nothing's going to plan today. Nothing's going to plan. And then just push that there and then put the battery tray on here. Lift that up. And then if this little bit is caught, again, grab your screwdriver and just push that one round. There we go. And then that goes that way. Just wiggle it down and then it'll go into place. Now all I'm going to do is put that screw in. Once that screw's in place, it should look like that. And then this little tiny bit, you're just going to connect. The way you do that is just literally push it in the little hole and just press down with your finger, and then that's it. That one's done. Now what we're going to do is grab the battery and put the battery back in. So that just goes in here like so. Just press down. Don't have to be really hard. A few people in the previous video, I don't think, had the battery fully pressed in. So if you do have an issue with it not turning on, just go to the battery and that should be it. And now what we're going to do is focus on the back. So I've got the back piece here. Inside the kit, you've got a few different size screws. You've got the really small ones and then you've got the normal sized ones. What you need is this back piece. And I'm just going to put it on here like so, just so it lines up. Don't know if you can see there. And then I'm just going to grab the 4 normal size screws and you're going to put one here, one there, and a one there. Just make sure they line up. So I'm going to put them in now. When the 4 screws are fitted, that's what it should look like. You'll have one there, one there, one there, and that all that's doing is just holding the back piece. Now what you want to do is come back to, so you've got these 2 in that side, and there we go, and then that goes that way. Inside the kit, you've got a few different size screws. You've got the really small ones, and then you've got the normal sized ones. What you need is this back piece, and I'm just going to put it on here like so, just so it lines up. Don't know if you can see there. And then I'm just going to grab the 4 normal size screws and you're going to put one here, one there, and a one there. Just make sure they line up. So I'm going to put them in now. When the 4 screws are fitted, that's what it should look like. You'll have one there, one there, and that all that's doing is just holding the back piece. Now what you want to do is come back to the controller again, and on top of here, if you can just peel this off, pull that, and then we're just going to stick this on top of the battery. Doesn't have to be lined up or anything, just as long as it's stuck down. Back to the controller again, lines up. Don't know if you can see there. And then I'm just going to grab the 4 normal size screws and you're going to put one here, one there, and a one there. Just make sure they line up. So I'm going to put them in now. When the 4 screws are fitted, that's what it should look.
What's up, babe?
Look like. You'll have one there, one there, and that all that's doing is just holding the back piece. Now what you want to do is come back to the controller again, and on top of here, if you can just peel this off, pull that, and then we're just going to stick this on top of the battery. Doesn't have to be lined up or anything, just as long as it's stuck down. And then all we're going to do is fit these into the places where we need to. Now there's tiny little latches on here. If you lift them up, I'll do the left hand side one. So I've lifted that up. I'm going to just lift that over. And then I'm going to, I can't even grab it. Got it. Just going to push that into there. There we go. and then snap that into place. You'll be able to see when it's gone in. When you're pushing it, you'll actually see it. You might not be able to see on the camera, but you will in person. And then this one over here, just lift the little latch. Nope. Nope. You can't seem to get that one. I will get it. I will get it. Don't worry. There we go. Got it. And then just press the little latch down. Now this piece up here, you just want to feed through there. Now we're not going to put this together yet. I'm just feeding that through a little bit. And then on this board, you've got another tiny little latch. Just lift that up. And then how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna zoom and focus at the same time. So I've got this ribbon cable. Just gonna put that into there. There you go, it's in, and then you can't seem to get that one. I will get it. I will get it. Don't worry. There we go. Got it. And then just press the little latch down. Now this piece up here, you just want to feed through there. Now we're not going to put this together. You can't seem to get that one. I will get it. I will get it. Don't worry. There we go. Got it. And then just press the little latch down. Now this piece up here, you just want to feed through there. Now we're not going to put this together yet. I'm just feeding that through a little bit. And then on this board, you've got another tiny little latch. Just lift that up. And then how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna zoom and focus at the same time. So I've got this ribbon cable. Just gonna put that into there. There you go, it's in, and then snap that down. So I've got this ribbon cable. Just gonna put that into there. There you go, it's in, and then snap that down. And then where's me back buttons? Right, you've got these back buttons. You've got K1 and K2. So that one is K1, which goes on the left. And you've got this one, which is K2, which goes on the right. If I can find the little bars, what they go through. So these little bars, if I can focus, these little bars just push through here. And then they line up on the back of here. So what they do, they just press into place on the back of here. You might have to push that up a touch.
Hey, bro, I don't even know I got them pieces.
And then they line up K2. So that one is K. Just lift that up. And then how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna zoom and focus at the same time. So I've got this ribbon cable. Just gonna put that into there. There you go, it's in, and then snap that down. And then where's me back buttons? Right, you've got these back buttons. You've got K1 and K2. So that one is K1, which goes on the left. And you've got this one, which is K2, which goes on the right. If I can find the little bars, what they go through. So these little bars, if I can focus, these little bars just push through here. And then they line up on the back of here. So all they do, they just press into place on the back of here. You might have to push that up at K1 and K2. So that one is K1, which goes on the left. And you've got this one. Now this piece up here, you just want to feed through there. Now we're not going to put this together yet. I'm just feeding that through a little bit. And then on this board, you've got another tiny little latch. Just lift that up. And then how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna zoom and focus at the same time. So I've got this ribbon cable. Just gonna put that in the back buttons. Right, you've got these back buttons. You've got K1 and K2. So that one is K1, which goes on the left. And you've got this one, which is K2, which goes on the right. If I can find the little bars, what they go through.
Oh, is it?
So these little bars, if I can focus, these little bars just push through here. And then they line up on the back of here. So all they do, they just press into place on the back of here. You might have to push that up a touch.
Come on.
And then just press them down with, well, whatever you want. You can just use that.
Yo, where the fuck that piece at?
It's not bloody working. It will. There we go.
Oh. All that hate about carpet. That's all that hate about carpet, though. Once you lose something small, you lose that.
And then the same with that side. Where is it? All I'm doing is just pushing that through the hole, the little rod. I'm pushing it up a little bit so it's kind of level. And that just goes in here. And then again, I'm just grabbing my prying little tool and just pressing down. That one's in. Is that one in? Yeah, they're both in. So that's what they should look like. Both in. And then if I lift this up a little bit, and all I'm going to do, I'm not doing very well here, am I? With the 2 seconds, I'm going to come down here. Right, what I'm going to do, this board, I'm putting the board in there, and then I'm pushing it into place. Now all you want to do is put 2 screws in there, one on the left and one on the right. Sorry, one on the left and one on the right. You want the really thin screws for these 2. When them 2 screws are in, it should look a little bit like that. I'm going to zoom out now so I don't have to be so close. So they should look like that. Just press the back buttons just to make sure they actually do work. Next thing what you want to do is grab your back cover, and this little piece here, it goes in from the top. So I'm putting that in the top here, if you can see there, and then just pressing it down into them two little holes. And then this last piece just goes on the bottom like that, and then all that is for is to remap your button, but I'll put that in last. I'm going to snap the control pad
Let me put
together.
the controllers in. Do you?
I'm putting the board in there, and then I'm pushing it into place. Now all you want to do is put two screws in there, one on the left and one on the right. Sorry, one on the left and one on the right. You want the really thin screws for these two. When them two screws are in, it should look a little bit like that. I'm going to zoom out now so I don't have to be so close. So they should look like that. Just press the back buttons just to make sure they actually do work. Next thing what you want to do is grab your back cover, and this little piece here, it goes in from the top. So I'm putting that in the top here, if you can see there, and then just pressing it down into them two little holes. And then this last piece just goes on the bottom like that, and this little piece here, it goes in from the top. So I'm putting that in the top here, if you can see there, and then just pressing it down into them two little holes. And then this last piece just goes on the bottom like that, and then all that is for is to remap your button screws for these two. I'm going to snap the control pad together down because it tends to fall out. Pad together. The cable there, you can see the reason I left that the last just so I can push that up a little bit, and then push that over there. Actually do work. Next thing what you want to do is grab your and it down into them two little holes. And then this last piece just goes on the bottom like that, and then all that is for is to remap your button, but I'll put that in last. I'm going to snap the control pad together. The cable there, you can see the reason I left that the last just so I can push that up a little bit, and then push that over there, and then this should all, if nothing's sticking out, it should all snap into place like that. Yeah, everything's snapped into place. This piece you can put on now. The way I like to do it is upside down because it tends to fall out. So I'm just going to I'm going to line this up and then push it in place. There we go. And then make sure that button works. Just press the button. If you ever do want to take this out, all you do is just grab this, turn left and turn right, and then that'll come straight off and you can fix anything. But that's what they look like. Now what you want to do is fit your 4 screws, two on the top and 2 on the bottom. They were your silver ones that you took out in the first place. But just double check everything is lined up, which it is. Everything looks good. Sides, everything, yeah, fine. So I'm going to fit them now. Give us 2 seconds. When you fitted all 4 of them screws, you're pretty much done. All you want to do now is just fit your L1 and R1.
He ain't telling me about these, right? So this must be a newer model. He don't got these. Overall, we gonna see if this ain't work. Very legit on that. So far, he legit. So fun. Everything maxed out, like he said. Besides this must be some he added more buttons. I knew I had extra screws for a reason. Just the reason. That's for the food. I don't think you supposed to screw this shit in. I been gotta keep. I been gotta keep. Even this irritating. Why they ever design some shit? Gotta hold it on. I gotta hold on to this joint.
If you're not sure which one's which, that's obviously left and this one's right. But it does tell you on the back, it says L2 and R2. So these ones are obviously L1. So I'm going to line that up. All you do is press it down and it snaps into place. Same with the R button. Press that down, and then the front fascia bit, if you just put in the sides here like that, and then you just push up and then press this bit in, should crack, and just push that over, and then they'll go flush, and that's what that'll look like.
I don't
So
put my screen back in, bro.
And that's as good as we're gonna get. But make sure everything is working.
You forgot.
Press all your buttons and everything.
Got one of the main
I
buttons.
think I'll have to link this to my PlayStation because it's not synced. But if I press this, see if I can get this in remap mode. Oh, there you go. The lights come on. So that's what you do. You hold this for about 5-6 seconds, and if you want to remap a button, see I wanted to remap X to K1. I'll put it in a remap mode again. Right, so it's on. So I'm going to hold this button for about 5 seconds. Lights on, and then X and K1, I'll hold them together. Little flash, and then I want this one, K2, to circle, and then that'll flash. And then to come out of remap mode, you just hold this button, and then that'll take it out. As always, thank you for watching the video, and if you do get stuck, you can either look at my previous video, or you can just drop us a comment.
It's on. Working. Go back, bro.
There's 2 tiny little tabs on here. All you want to do, and that's as good as we're going to get. But make sure everything is working. Oh, there you go. The lights come on. So that's what you do. You hold this for about 5-6 seconds, and if you want to remap a button, see I wanted to remap X to K1. I'll put it in a remap mode again. Right, so it's on. So I'm going to hold this button for about 5 seconds. Lights on, and then X and K1, I'll hold them together. Little flash, and then I want this one, K2, to circle, and then that'll flash. And then to come out of remap mode, you just hold this button, and then that'll take it out. As always, thank you for watching the video, and if you do get stuck, you can either look at my previous video, or you can just drop us a comment.
Now let's see if the controller works. I'm gonna play some games. I don't even gotta start stream mode. I could just go straight into it. Let me just put these screws in.
What's going on, guys? I'm back with another installation video. I'm finally going to show how to install the Rise 4 remap kit for the PS5 controller. And for those who don't know what the Rise 4 is, it's Extreme Rate's 4-button remap kit. To be more specific, it's 2 paddles and 2 buttons in between. I recently bought the new Galactic Purple controller. It's the new model number, which has the little A right after the W, which means it's a BDM020, which is shown on the motherboard. A BDM010 would have no A and would just end with the W. So since I finally got a BDM020, I'm gonna do a 020 installation for this video, and then later on I'll upload a video for the 010 installation of the Rise 4. Before I start, if anyone is interested in buying the Rise 4 or any products on the Gaming Cobra website, if you use my code I'm a caveman, you can get a 10% discount, or you can also click on my referral link and the discount would be automatically applied during checkout. I'm also going to have some Amazon affiliate links for some Extreme Rate products, and if anyone is interested in getting some tools, then I'll have some down in the description as well. First thing you're going to see, and this is the one that I chose, I got the matte black back shell. The next thing is going to be the trigger cables, and this is so you can remap your R1, L1, R2, L2. And you can see on some of them it shows BDM020 or BDM010. You're going to have to cut off the ones that you're not going to use for your control. So if you have a BDM020 control, you're going to cut off the 010. It also includes a paper which shows where you would find the model number and the BDM number. The other side explains which cables you should cut for your controller. And then once you do cut the cables, you can actually match it up to the paper. Next are some tools and screws. This is the back piece, paddles and buttons. And the last thing is going to be your remap board, the cable that connects the control to the remap board, and the trigger cables. And if you're going to remap your touchpad L3 and R3, it has these little cables as well. Before I continue any further, this is the non-soldering version, so I'm not going to install the cables for remapping the touchpad L3 or R3 buttons. So that means I won't be connecting the little red cable or this thin one over here. This is the touchpad one, and this one's going to be for your L3 and R3, which again, I'm not going to install because I currently do not do soldering. By the way guys, I already did test the Rise 4 on the Galactic Purple controller already. Some things might not be packaged the way you see it on this video. Since I didn't remember exactly where the stuff belonged, I just wanted you guys to keep that in mind. I'll get started with installing the back piece. I'm gonna need to open the tools and screws package. I'm gonna put this aside for now. There's going to be two kind of black screws. I rearranged them a little bit so you guys can see the difference. These smaller, thinner ones are gonna be used to screw on the remap board, which you only need two. And this is the one that you're gonna use to screw the back piece on. And here you can see the size difference. Mine included 3 extra silver screws, which are the ones that are used to close your controller. The controller has 4 of them. You can still use the original ones. So in case you ever do need these, I brought 3 of them. These are the parts for the back. The one I'm going to need right now is this one. This is the one that you're going to screw onto your back shell. So the first thing you're going to want to do is grab this piece and align it with the holes. You can move it around a bit. You'll feel when it's in place. You could even see through the holes now. All I have to do is grab one of the bigger looking screws and put 4 of them on all 4 holes. Once that's done, this can be put away to the side and the other pieces as well. Now I can start the disassembly process. I'm going to start by digging under the R1 button. I can use this prying tool. You can see how it grips right under, and then you can push up. Just make sure you have a finger on top of the button so it doesn't fly out. Same thing for L1. Next, I'm going to take off the strip. I need to just try and dig right underneath it. There can be a little gap where you can do that, and you can either use your prying tool or anything you feel that can grip right under. Once that's done, you can keep pulling this up and it'll come off easily. Now you're going to see 4 screws. I'm going to get those screws out, then I can get the back shell off. After that, there's 2 locks at the front of the control. You can use your prying tool to just push this out a tiny bit. And you can see when it's unlocked. Now I'm going to need a prying tool, something to
Move. Damn, I like it. Gotta test it out. I'm cleaning shit up. Gotta keep the ribbon. Hold up, I don't even got my TikTok. Nah, I'm gonna restart the stream. I ain't gonna lie to you. Might have just. I'm gonna restart the stream. Matter of fact, nah, I'm just keep it running. Fuck it. Let's start the record. I recorded myself. I don't feel like typing that shit back in. Man, where all these screws come from? Everything should be good. Should have. Can't be walking up beside me like that, bro. Almost fuck around, lost your life. Thought I done seen a ghost, man. Thought I seen a ghost. You almost lost your life, man. Man, it's alright, bro. I would've whooped you though. Shit. Now we gotta see this motherfucker work though. I gotta do any type of upgrades for the P5 controller. Let's see. Do a little quick run real quick. I don't got no noise. No. I don't got no sound. I got sound coming from my streaming PC. I don't got no sound coming from my gaming PC. Out of the control. I get you. Damn. Alright, controller work.
Mission complete. Solid work.
I gotta get used to it, but it works. Gotta get used to controller, but it works. Alright, the controller works. Get some games in, fuck it. No point restarting the joint. I'm about to go ahead and do my Rise Shield challenge. Hold on, nope. Now I gotta overclock. Now I gotta overclock it. Now, so the controller. Should I record that shit? Well, the controller works, so it's time to overclock it. Let's see, the millisecond is. That ain't the one I need to go to. I know I need to go back. I hate when I do. Yes. Huh. Now let me just add, now I gotta overclock it. Wait, overclock.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? Your boy Jaden Paradox Systems, bringing you guys another video on how to properly overclock your controllers. And we are specifically looking at the reason that your PS5 controllers are only overclocking from 6 milliseconds to 4. I'll also do a quick demo on how to overclock all your other controllers as well, just in case you forgot or you didn't catch the last video. And for those of you who have never overclocked your controllers, please stick around to the end of this video because you guys are putting yourselves at a massive competitive disadvantage. And we're going to fix that for you guys in 3 simple steps. So let's roll the intro and hop right into the video. Alright guys, so we are here on the download page for the software on the Lord of Mice's GitHub page. And we're pretty much just going to go ahead and download this third one right here. So we're going to click this, then we're going to press this download button. Pretty pretty much just gonna go ahead and download this third one
I got
right
that.
here. PS5 controller, you guys. Something along those lines. You can see I've done this page, and we're pretty much just gonna go ahead and download this third one right here. So we're gonna click this, then we're gonna press this download button in the top right corner. You can see I've done this quite a few times now. We're gonna go ahead and open up this right here and export this into a folder. So we're just gonna name this overclock, something along those lines. We're gonna drag and drop this entire thing here. Now that we have the software, we can exit out of this. I'm gonna go ahead, my trusty old PS5 controller, you guys. You can see this is a PS5 controller. Plug it in here. And then we are going to open this software and overclock this controller. Now I'm going to give you guys a quick run on how to do both PS4 controllers as well as the new PS5s. Again, guys, Xbox controllers do not work, so do not try to overclock them.
Don't try it.
You will just make your controller a little bit worse. So we're going to go ahead and try and find our controller in the list. And just to find it, you're going to look for something with a 6 to 5 millisecond delay. And when you unplug it, it should remove itself. So now we know it is the one with 6 next to it. And this is it right here. Now, guys, in the last video, I kind of made a quick error.
How dare you?
And I didn't realize that when you have a PS5 controller plugged in, the options go beyond 1,000. It goes to 8,000. So if you have a normal controller to overclock this, what you're going to do is press install service when you're hovering over this. Then you're going to go select this down to 1,000. And then you're going to press filter on device and install service again. And then I'm going to unplug this controller and plug it in. You guys see this will half overclock my controller. It won't give me the full 1 millisecond delay interval. That is a problem. And that is because this is supposed to actually be set to 8,000 on a PS5 controller. So I'm going to set it to 8,000. I'm going to install this service and I'm going to plug the controller. And as you guys can see now, we have, yes, 8,000 and a 1 millisecond delay on our DualShock PS5 controller, guys. So that was the issue in the last video that I didn't clarify. So I want to apologize for that. But if this was helpful and if you guys did enjoy this, please do leave a like.
You
comment,
try like that ain't.
Last time we made an overclock video. If you haven't been playing overclock, it is a major difference. So here's the updated video. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I know you guys have to play the game. I don't want to waste any of your precious time. So guys, it's going to be very similar to the last one. Like I said, if you have a PlayStation 5 SCUF, you have to download this updated driver for it, and this is it. So the link will be in the description below. It's another Lord of Mice download. Shout out to them for always providing the overclocking for the controller. You're going to download the third one here. You're going to click the third one, and then you're going to click download. Once it's downloaded, it's going to be right here for you. Controller is also plugged in at this time. Okay, now you're going to go to all, and you're going to find the one wireless controller. Now I've already overclocked mine, but I'm going to unplug it so you can see that that is my controller. It's going to disappear. I'm going to plug it back in. Okay, now the difference in the PlayStation 5 controller is that this has to be on 8,000. Okay, last time it was on 1,000 for the controllers that we had, the PS4 controllers or whatever controller you had prior to this in this generation. You had to put it on 1,000. Now we're going to put it on 8,000. Okay, filter on device and install service. When you unplug and replug your controller in, you will see it is going to change to yes 8001. That is all you have to do, guys. And every time that you get on, it will automatically be set to this overclocked rate. And also make sure you keep it in the same USB port in your PC. That was another thing that I saw people putting in the comments, is why it was changing whenever they would change the USB port, is because you're overclocking the controller in that port. So make sure you keep it in that same one. And then also another update is if you have an a newer Xbox controller, this will not work for you. It actually could make that controller worse. So do not do this if you're running an Xbox controller. Only if you're running a PlayStation 5. This will work for any different modded PlayStation 5 controller that you have. And this is a must to me, guys. So go ahead, try this out. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm sorry that I didn't have a fix faster for you guys, but we have it now. So click the link in the description.
What's up? I'm bored. What you doing? What about you? I'm bored. Bored. What about you? Yeah, I'm just I got done making my P5 controller have back paddles. I've been doing that the whole time I was vibe, so I'm about to just give it a test run real quick. I mean, I already test run it, but I'm about to test one. I'm about to test run it again with the overclock. I just overclock it, so I'm about to test run it again and see how I play.
Team deathmatch.
Enemies nearby. Switching mags.
Dang.
Standing by.
Damn. Gotta get used to this P5 shit.
Ready for tasking. Spotter online. Go your back. SAE standing by.
Got your six mags.
Mission complete. Stay sharp.
Still a little weird feeling because I've been playing on Xbox all my life. I thought I had. What? Oh. Who's that, Joey? shit.
Keep it up. Ready for tasking.
I could get jiggy with this controller.
Mission complete.
This
Solid
gotta
work.
get like a little. Gotta get comfortable with it.
Watching your six.
So overall, what I think about this P5 controller with the back pedal attachment added to it, worked perfect. I mean, I gotta get used to it because it's a P5 controller, but I'm gonna get used to it eventually. So I'm gonna guess I'm gonna stick with this for now. But able to buy a better controller than it. But as far as I know, man, this the input lag in this joint is very short, so fuck it. Uh, I'm gonna miss this controller only because I had to put it down because the durability sucked. I mean, this is still a good controller. If you doesn't know like about controller, this is a great controller. I've been an Xbox person all my life. I mean, I play PlayStation here and there, but that was like only for like really God of War, like good ass single player games they had. But overall, like I could get used to this P5 controller. I could see me actually staying with it. But it depends on how I feel when I go back to Xbox. 'Cause when I buy a stuff controller, it's either I'm gonna get an Xbox stuff controller or a P5 stuff controller. Or if Xbox come back out when Xbox dropped the Elite 3 and it's better than the last one, like better than this one, I'm gonna just go ahead and get the Elite 3. I'm not about to buy the stuff controller. But overall, I like it. So you looking for a cheaper option for a back pedal, you know what I'm saying? Buy that. Buy the extreme rate. Great. Watch that man video. Listen to him step by step. I mean, he got as he's like I said in the video, he probably had older model, but overall, it's still the same concept. So yeah, watch that man video I watched step by step, and it's gonna it's gonna put you on. This I recommend. I highly do recommend it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play some games and get used to the controller. 'Cause that's what I gotta do. Cause I've been playing Xbox controller for the longest. But I can still play P5 though. But thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching video. Y'all made it this far. And good luck. I was recording a video too, y'all. Y'all wonder what the fuck I was doing. I might just go ahead and continue on my camo grind. No.
That's nice. I don't like the glitch no more.
Kill confirmed.
Throwing flash grenade!
Yo, Dobby, bro. Touching my stuff. Savage. I don't touch
Bitch
my
ass
house.
Where your bitch ass going?
Yeah, about to say. Oh my god.
Grenade! I'm on your six.
Oh, that's odd. Can't control my sense. Break the chopper, bro. They can't compete.
Cluster mine set.
Messed up all my settings. Dude.
Oh my god, he's blowing the shit out of me.
UAV active. The enemy's gaining ground.
I don't know why you don't whip out the rash shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. That's me, dummy. Oh shit, okay. Oh, I thought I was my teammate. Smack tough, bro. I'm probably missing out. Oh my god. I want a timer. $24.
Oh my god.
Get my gun.